Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here. It is a blustery, wintry spring morning in southeastern Manitoba. It's currently 0 degrees Celsius with a -8 wind chill factor, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit with a 18-degree wind chill factor. Spring has definitely vacated the premises for a short while. That's just kind of what's happening and the way summer comes along, spring comes along in southeastern Manitoba. So to start off today, I want to go through some happy mail. I got some wonderful happy mail from Trish B. We had a swap on Crafting Mamas Facebook group, and she was my partner, and it was for an ATC. So I got this beautiful little ATC from her, and it says, "Between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be. It's a beautiful, beautiful. Hi, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, snow. Lots of snow and blowing snow. So that was from Creative Trish, and that's a wonderful little ATC. She also sent me a couple of little mushrooms. They're just gorgeous little mushrooms. A tag that says the simple things, wonderful tags, and a playing card with puppies on it. Just going through some happy mail, and then I'm going to get down to doing kind of what I planned. I didn't really plan anything. And then I got a bright idea just a couple of minutes ago. And then, other happy mail, I was on Miriam's live for her birthday, and that's Art Curious. And so she sent a couple of wonderful little clustery fuzzy bits, two beautiful tags. One is an artist, and it says the life in. So I'm assuming that means art. And this one is remember you are unique, and it's got nice little charms, and it's got the Hindi hand. Is it Hindi? I'm not sure. It's Mendi. I'm not totally positive, but it's something I really like. Gorgeous little tag with a note to me. She sent me a couple of gel prints with some wonderful animals on. Yeah, spring's really deserted us, eh, Barb? Like, I don't know. Our yard was so clear, and now we've got lots of snow. And then this other wonderful gel print in a beautiful bright orange. Plus, she did this wonderful little book. It's a little tag book. So it's got pockets on each spot so that I can store things in for tall things and for short things. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this beautiful artwork. Hey, Anne, welcome, welcome. You're spreading gesso? Yeah. I'm fed up growing snow too. So that was my wonderful little happy mail from Miriam. All right. So as I was saying, I had lots of ideas to do today, and for some reason my head wasn't wrapping around them the way I wanted to. So I kind of thought that I would like to try doing cat bookmarks. Now everybody's going to go, it's easy to do a cat bookmark. You cut out a cat and you use it. It is lovely happy mail from Miriam. It really was. And like the stuff from Trish, I love it. I love it all. I'm very, very fortunate. So, as I was saying, everybody's going, well, cut out a cat and use it flat as a bookmark. Yeah, I could do that. I really could. But in the past, I have created bookmarks like this. I was doing a Halloween journal kind of thing. And the way this guy works is if you put him on a piece of paper, it goes between, so he sticks up over the head of the page. So you've got his back and you've got the front. So I was kind of a takeoff on Wilson from Tool Time. Was it Tool Time? Tim Allen, something, whatever. Anyway, Wilson was always hanging over the fence, and all you could see was his face or his hat and eyes. So anyway, I decided I wanted to make a cat like that. But so I sketched out a cat that's kind of hanging, climbing, kind of. What I did was I looked at silhouettes. A lot of times when I'm looking for something specific and I don't really care about the detail, I will Google silhouettes of whatever. So they had these things of climbing cats. That's what I Googled. So I just kind of scribbled up a climbing cat. So I've got some crazy scraped on brown, orangey paper. The thing being is you want a thicker paper. So I glued a piece of just scrap white on the back. And because you need a front and a back, we have to cut two. So I have to fold it so that I can get two of these guys. I'll do this. So then I'm just going to hold this over that and make sure I've got lots of the brown and not much white. And I'm just going to cut them out. I'm going to cut it down so that it's easier to work on a smaller size because, you know, I much rather freehand cut than, and again, I am just cutting rough shape. I'm not as concerned as so many others are about getting things right. I'm just doing it. If I'm not right on the lines, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. So I'll cut that off. So of course you could do this with grannies. You could do that with grandpies. You could do it with ladies with really fancy dresses. You could do dogs. You can do cats, birds, whatever. So as I said, I fold it in half, so I'm cutting two at once. And so I'm just roughly cutting, like it's a cat. Cats are fluid. They're next best thing to water, right? Because they fit in all sorts of strange little places. And I wanted legs that kind of looked like he was scrambling. And of course, if that's the back, his tail would be hanging down. Or if he's climbing, his tail would be hanging down. I'm assuming I don't have a cat. I just like making crazy cat things. Just shove this over to the side. So now this is going to be my template if I decide to do another one. Good, if not. So I've got them so that I can take them and glue them like this. And they will match, right? So you want both sides with the paint sides out. Now what we're going to do is we are only going to glue from about here. We're going to take a piece of fence post. Remember when I made those fence posts with the paint chips? I did these ones on a brown cardstock. It's a really thick cardstock. It's almost like wood. It really is. So these ones are much thinner, but that's okay. But we just want it so that the cat is, let's say there. So then we could have his head sticking up and we'll just do his paws so that they're coming over. Okay. So then I will mark where I want the glue to start and end is right about there and across. And of course, you're going to mark it on the back, wrong side. So then you're going to take your glue. You're going to glue the head. And the paws. and you're going to put them together. Match them up as good as possible because I guess we can always outline them in black too. Yeah, the cat came back. Thought he was a goner. Yes. So then that's going to be what's going to go over our page, right? The cat tail. Like this. Oh, see, that paw probably should have been a bit less, but that's okay. So that would be the back. Or it could be the front, either or. But now we're going to have this board going across the front, just the front. So we're going to glue this board down. And we're going to want it right about there. Because we're going to have to put a face on this kitty. And then we're going to want another board here. Now, the boards don't necessarily have to, if we do it like this, then we can have this paw also coming over the front. We'll cut pieces out of that paper and we'll put them over so that it looks like he's actually hanging on to the bars. But we're going to get the bars done first. We can trim off the ends so they're a little uneven and goofy looking. Right, so we're going to put that at a little bit of an angle. And as I said, we'll do it like this so that we can actually put it so that it looks like he's got... Well, I guess that paw wouldn't be coming in front, but these ones... Yeah, it can because that's the front. Never mind. I've got it. We've got it. Takes me a minute, but I get it. Then we'll do another bar, maybe this way. And it's just going to go on his poor little tail, just like this. We'll do it at that angle. Do we want all these boards flat on the ends? I don't think so. I'm just going to rip those. Same thing on this end. I'm just going to rip them. I will edge them in black. I guess I should have edged the cat in black before I started. It's okay. Now we need the fence posts that go up and down. I think this is the one. Not that it really matters. And they're shorter. And I don't have a matching color. Uh-oh. What am I going to do? Maybe the front board will have to be a totally different color because I've got more of this one. That one's too short. So what's new with you wonderful ladies? Okay, so I am going to take my black smelly old marker and I am going to make sure that my edges are inked. And then I'm going to try and ink the cat even though I've glued it down because I wasn't thinking. Those still are pretty flat, eh? They don't rip at an angle. I might have to cut them. We'll see what it looks like when it's all complete. So I'm going to ink the tail. And in here. Yeah, definitely should have inked the cat before I put them together. It's okay. My grandfather always used to say, too soon old, too late smart. Well, that's very true. What have you been working on lately, Barbara? I haven't created the past couple of days. I had company for supper on Wednesday, so I spent the day cooking. Oh, and a small glue gun. What you making with a small glue gun? All right, so we've got that. Oh, I'd originally got it so that I could edge these boards, right? Yeah, I'm glad we're not going anywhere today. Very, very happy. So I'm going to put this board here. So that board is going to get glued down like this. This board can go here. I want 3 of them. Ice cream? It's winter out there. Why are you getting ice cream? I can't say anything because it's Friday and my grandson is working at an ice cream stand. And we said we would go visit him either today or tomorrow while he was at work. It's his first job. I think I need one more of those. Oh, black. Black. That one needs to be ripped because it's too level. I'm not building this fence very good because those bottom fence boards should be attached to the bottom board. Goodness. Oh. Yeah, some of those little glue guns, they're great for that kind of thing. I like my little glue guns. You're right. The big ones can be really heavy. Really heavy. All right. So now you have to make sure that you didn't glue down this piece to the fence because I should have put a paper in there. It's okay. We got it. So he's going to go on the page like this. As a bookmark. And then I'm going to copy these little legs here so that the paws are coming over the top of the fence. And this one too. And I'm going to put a face on him. So we need some of this and we need this pattern. Yeah. So that we can have this paw. Oh, I should have done it upside down. Oh no. Okay, let's do that again. Well, why doesn't that work? I can get it to work. I might make those top ones a little bit shorter. Oh, a frog silhouette would be also, yes. Yes, that would be very cute. You could even have him like on a lily pad. You know how he's coming up on the side of a lily pad? Doesn't have to be a fence. So now I'm going to glue, I'm going to ink it. Then I am going to glue it so that it's hanging over this edge of the fence like a paw. So then I'm going to come back in and I'm going to cut these much shorter, if that makes sense. A stage cane and a black hat. Oh, yes. That would be lots of fun. What else are you going to do with the frogs? Are they cute frogs in the book? Are they more lifelike? So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to glue that one over the edge of the fence after I ink it. And then I wanted to put a little paw here. This fence post is not sticking down. Let's do this little paw. Ink. Okay, so we've got these glued down. We'll close the glue for now. Menagerie of Frogs cartoon. Awesome. Frogs. Let me think. Do I have any frogs? You know what? I don't think I've done any frogs. In all my critters and stuff, I haven't done frogs. Oops. Maybe I didn't want to do that like that. Nope, I didn't want to do that like that. Now I have to glue these toes back on. That's okay. So what happens when I forget that I'm doing a double-sided project? I can fix it. I'm good at fixing things that I've mucked up. And this I will round off so it looks like it's just hanging over the fence a little bit. The same on this one. Cats and frogs. Nice. That'd be very cute. Or you can have things like welcome to my pad and, things like that. Okay, ink. Ooh. That will be okay. So I did go over here with a little bit of black ink when I was edging because I didn't edge it beforehand. So I will take some black paint and I'm going to make him a black. Hi, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. I am making a cat bookmark because in the past, I'd made, I don't even know where I put him. Here he is. I made this ghost bookmark because I was doing a Halloween journal. So the way he worked is he would go on the page like this. So he looks like he's hanging over the page, right? So you can see him fence this side. He's hiding behind the fence. And then that's what would be on the back. So I decided I wanted to try doing a cat one. So I cut out a cat. I drew it, I cut it out, two-sided, folded it in half, put the wrong sides together, and he's going to be hanging on the fence like this. So I'm going to do his face now and his little nails here and his little nails there. This needs to be trimmed here because I trimmed that. And I don't want the white there. But as I was saying to Barbara, you could do these guys, this idea with anything. Ladies, you could do kids, you could do grandparents, whatever, right? Like way back when folk art was a big, big thing, they had so many things hanging over fences. Okay, so I'm going to take some black paint, just a little bit, and just do a little bit of marking on him. So he's black and white and orange, like a calico. And I just went to, I Googled silhouettes of climbing cats. So I got an idea of how to draw him. So I just kind of scribbled him quick so that I could draw him. So then I took my paper and I put another piece of paper on the back so that it's a little bit stiffer, folded it in half and cut him out. So I'm just going to take a small brush, something like this, an uglier brush. And I'm just going to add some black in various places. I'll put some pink in his ears. And again, these are the fence posts I made on probably the first day of the 100-day. Oh, big blob. No, we don't need that big a blob of paint. 100-day project, creative project that I'm doing. And then I'm just going to do the same kind of thing on the back. Just because my black marker went over and made a mess, we're now just fixing. Fixing. You know how it works. And now, oh, no water. Okay. Now I'm just going to add some white. Same kind of thing, just a blob here and there. No, don't want white on the fence, Kim. No white on the fence. Maybe this toe can have some white. Oh, now I'm putting my fingers in the black paint. Good going. Should have let it dry, right? Nope. Too busy. You guys have any plans for the weekend? Is your journal for you, Barb, or somebody else? I've been spending my Wednesday, I had company for supper, so I spent the day pretending like I was a restaurant, and I made curry and I made naan bread, and then I also did like farmer sausage and hash browns and chopped up fresh veggies. And then I did yesterday, I have a friend who wanted to learn how to use her instant pot, so I went over there and we made a couple of soups for her freezer. So she's got enough soup for 30 meals, well, 15 meals each for her and her dad. So that's what I have been creating the last couple of days. I really haven't done much. I did doodle those mushrooms, but that was a couple of days ago. Don't know if you saw them, Barb. These are what I have been doodling and just sketching and playing. But that's really all I have been playing. I lied. I have also been working on an envelope journal thing like Janet Nash makes. She had a video on it and I decided to try it. So I have been decorating envelopes to do, these are my bits, folding them and stenciling to do envelope kind of journal like she does. Just a little tuck spot journal it's turning into, and I'm really enjoying it, I have to admit. I think that one's supposed to go here. Actually, that one doesn't go there. That one goes, I don't know. Anyway, I had it all set up. So I've been using the stencils that I cut and, oh, nice. That'll be nice. Aside from going for ice cream, I don't have plans for this weekend. I did sign up for a course on how to organize your craft space. And I watched the first video this morning. And it was good. She had lots of tips and tricks, but her craft, she's a paper artist, but she does a lot of greeting cards. So she doesn't have the yarns and the beads and whatever that I have. So even though she had a good idea for stencils, I had tried that for my stencils a couple of years ago, and I found it really didn't work for me. because she has them in binders and sheet protectors. I don't have enough shelf space to do that. So I've been trying to figure out other ways of storing stencils, etc. So this cat is not dry yet. I guess maybe I could cut out another cat and get ready to do another one. Maybe I'll work on getting his nose done. I'm going to use a pink hole punch confetti for his nose. And then I'm going to take some white thread and make whiskers behind it. So let's find some pink, bright pink. I gotta have pink that's a little heavier, I think. Nope, this is the pink I've got. Let's get the hole punch. Just using a regular sized hole punch. And I'm just going to cut out some. Those that aren't getting used as noses will be used for, let's do it this way, flowers for one of my floral cards or whatever. Oh, Barbara, for your frog journal. If you take, say, one of these hole punches, and then you take another one in a different color. I know it's really fiddly, but it's what I do. And you cut it in half. Then you can put it on the two halves. Come on. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here and use a toothpick. I make little bugs. So then you take one of these half things and you put it down like this. And you take the other little half thing. And you put it down like that. Come on. Like that. Then you take a pen and you do a couple of little eyes. You can do antennae as well. And of course, that was not a complete circle, that yellow. But you could make a bunch of like little fly things around your buggies. Can you see him? I did a what's it called? ATCs with little flies on it, I think. Come on. Darn thing. So anyway, yeah, you could do like just little bugs like that. Or you can just draw them. So, yep. Something else Kim does that using up all her supplies one hole punch at a time. Okay. So, I'm just going to push him down like that. Get some of that excess paint off. All right, so now I'm going to take this little piece of pink thing and I'm going to use that as a nose. But first, I want to put some thread underneath it. Where's my white thread gone? Oh, goodness. No white thread here. Why wouldn't I have white thread here? Maybe. Maybe I got something in here I can use. Really, I was more organized. Or I thought I was better organized. No, okay, I have to get my spool of thread. Yeah, some people like to fiddle, some people do not. I like to fiddle, I admit it. But that's me. That's just the way it works for me. So I'm just going to take that toothpick and put some glue right in the middle of his face. That's not glue, that's paint. I'm going to put some threads, spread them out a little bit. And then I'm going to take this little pink thing. Who says cats can't have round noses? This one's having a round nose today. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is take a pink marker and I'm just going to color the insides of his ears pink. Probably paint would work much better because that's a very pale pink. And eyes, we'll do white eye. We'll do the eyes like this. That's not going to work. That's not round. I need a round. We'll use this one. Do 2 white dots for his eyes to start. I love bagels and cream cheese. Then I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to put little claw things, paw, toe things on there. Where's my camera? See, I put little lines for toes on the paws. I'll put some little tufts of hair in the ears. Gotta wait for the white around his eyes to dry. Kidding around is good. It is. So let's put him on a piece of paper and see how he's looking. Oh, Kim. Washed my hands, can't do a thing with them today. There we go. So he's getting there. Just have to finish off his face. And that's his back. So that's the back of the page. Like if you turn the page over. I guess maybe I should have done it a little lower, the glue a little lower so that the back of that board was, I can always come in with a brown marker and color that brown. Then we can just shape that nose a little bit. Around his eyes in black. No, he's looking like an owl cat. We'll take the toothpick and we'll put black in the center of his eye. I guess maybe I need another color before I put the black in. Like green or something. I don't have green. We'll have a blue-eyed cat. Hi, Pam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am making a cat bookmark. I will show him in a minute. I just have to put some blue paint out for his eyes. So this is the bookmark. That's the front of him. And that's the back. He's hanging over the page. So the cat was done double. So you've got a front and a back. I had done, see, I lost my ghost. had done a Halloween thing, journal, page, whatever, and I did a ghost bookmark. So I figured that I would try a cat, because I'm still working on those cat journals that I've been working on for 3 years now. I'm getting closer to finished, and I thought something like this would be cute to add. I think I will tear these boards down a little bit because they still are pretty big. Pretty big. Who taught me how to talk? So Barbara's thinking she might do that with frogs. And what I did for the cat outline is, if I need inspiration and it doesn't have to have detail, I will Google silhouettes. So I Googled climbing cat silhouette. I have to fix his nose, and his eyes have to be finished. I want a smaller dot. Of blue in the center of the eye, maybe to the side. And then we'll put a black dot right in the very center. His nose definitely needs fixing up. So Pam and I, nice, Pam. It is snowing here. We've got so much snow. It's very sad. Very sad. Pam and I are going online tomorrow morning. She's working on a pair of slippers and needs a bit of a hand with the pattern. So I'm going to give her a hand with that tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Central. Just trying to get this to look a little bit more like a cat nose. instead of just a big pink dot. So there you have it, a kitty bookmark. I still think I want a little bit better pink in the ears. Good, Pam. Shouldn't be any problem. You figured out that scarf pretty easy after we did that one part of it, and I think you'll have absolutely no problem with doing the slippers. Sorry, I'm thinking. I can't think and talk today. Okay, so I got some black. I had a little bit of black on my toothpick, so it's more purpley than... Yes, it is from the 70s. My time. There we go. A little bit of pink. That better. That's better. A little bit of pink in the ears. Is he looking more like a cat? Still don't like that nose very much. You know, I bet you if I put a little bit of black under the nose, so that it looks like... You were married in the 70s? So was I. 1978 was a very good year. So, a calico kitten hanging on the fence. It was a good year, 1978. I was almost thinking of doing like a throwback Thursday thing. I have stacks of magazines from the 70s and 80s, and probably even some from the 50s and 60s. And doing a throwback Thursday with the patterns. And then if we came across one as I was doing a flip through, then doing it as a group kind of project. So that is my inspiration for the day. Feedback? Anyone? Once again, I'll stick them on a piece of paper. Back paws just don't want to go nice. There we go. There we go. You're welcome, Barbara. Knitted version of the slippers. Do you knit, Pam? See, I learned how to crochet before I learned how to knit. I didn't start knitting until I was in my teens when a lady out at the cabin showed me how to do it because she was from Germany and she held her yarn totally different than the way I was being taught how to hold my yarn for knitting, because my mom, being British, did it her way and it just didn't work since I'd learned how to crochet first. Okay, these back legs don't go on as nice as the ghost slips onto the paper. They really, really don't. You can loom knit. I think I want a bit of black on that big white blob on the tail. Ooh, too much. Nice. Nice, nice. I use pizza dough for that kind of thing too, or a biscuit dough, depending. Just pork sausage, Barbara, or some other kind of sausage? Oh, beef wieners. Okay. Those would be good. I haven't made pigs in a blanket for a long time. When I do it, we use like a pastry with, back to my mom being British. Everything was in pastry or boiled. All right. Well, that's about all I have for today. Oh, Pam, how are you feeling? I saw your video this morning. You sure you're okay? Popover batter. Oh, that would be nice. That'd be really nice. It's amazing how they all have different things. Like if I make pereshke, the sauerkraut buns, it's like a sweet dough, but it's a yeast dough, like a bread dough. And that's the dough that the Mennonites use, like a bread dough for doing their pereshke, but they use farmer sausage when they do them. But I haven't done anything like with the popover batter. I might have to try that. So then did she kind of roll the batter or did she dunk them? Because I'm thinking with my popover recipe, then you bake them in the oven and they get really big and fluffy, right? But I would just drop them by teaspoonful. Hi, Joni. Welcome, welcome. I made a cat bookmark today. So he hangs over the page like he's climbing the fence. And my inspiration for him was because I did a ghost one for a Halloween journal way back when. So that was my play for the day. Over sausages. So did she dip them, Sherry, or did she roll them? Thanks for coming, Barbara. Take care. Glad you came and visited. Enjoy the piggies and blankets. We're just talking about pigs and blankets. Barb's making pigs and blankets, and I was saying how I use like a bread dough or a pastry, depending on what it is. Sometimes a biscuit dough. And Sherry was saying her mom uses a popover batter. So I'm just trying to figure if she dipped them or rolled them or how that worked for doing a popover batter. You used to love them. You don't make them anymore, Joni? Oh, I loved your pictures from San Francisco, those mosaic stairs. I so would love to do something like that. Oh, gluten free? Okay. I guess there's not really a substitute for pastry and gluten free, is there? Isn't tempura batter like the stuff that they use in Chinese cooking? Isn't that done with a rice flour? Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Today I made cat bookmark, and the way he works is he's got a front and back. Okay. So he hangs over the page. So this is the front of the page, and you turn the page over, and that's the back of the page. So that's what we did today. And my inspiration for him was, hey, Stacy, welcome. I've done ghost for a Halloween journal that I did. And I figured that I would like to try a cat because I've been working on a couple of cat journals for about 3 years. And I really would like to get them done. So I've been making cat things. So what I did was I Googled climbing cat silhouettes. I just wanted a rough idea of what a climbing cat looked like. So then I drew one out, put them on a folded piece of paper because you need a front and back, and cut them out. Figure out where you want them to sit on the page. So just the very top, like his paws are glued. You only glue part of them so that he hangs over. And then you build them and decorate them and add whiskers if you want. Oh, gluten-free banana bread. Nice. So, should I make another one since we're here? I did do another piece of paper that I wanted to use. So what I did was I just glued a piece of white paper on the back because I needed it to be stiffer. Yes, one more. Okay. So I just using painty paper, gel prints, whatever, fold it in half because you just need it so that you can have a double piece of paper for your cat. I'll just cut it down so that when I'm cutting it, it's easier to do. So again, just a piece of painted paper. I glued another. You can't say no to more cats. Oh, no, I guess not, Stacy. So I glued a piece of paper and the glue didn't stick very well. Let's, because I used that glue. We'll do this one. So as I say, I just Googled climbing cats and then just drew what I saw, sort of. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut them out. I just kind of lay them over, and I don't get I don't cut if I miss a spot or it's different than the way I drew it, I don't care. I'm not one of those that, oh no, I cut off a paw. It's not just, So I'm just rough cut around because it's a cat. Like I say, cats are fluid. You think they got a shape, but they really don't. Okay. He's really sliding on me, but that's just his tail, so that's okay. Let's get him kind of back where you want him. I can draw this cat out darker and put a picture of him on my group page so that if you wanted to just go and have a look at him, you could certainly do that. Or I could draw it and take a picture and send it to you on Messenger, Sherry, so that you could. The thing, though, is getting in around the paws and the neck and the head. You know what? I think these papers are all coming apart on me. They are. Okay, so I'm going to have a bit of gluing to do when I'm... I thought it was glued, ladies. I did. And his paws are really, really long, and I'll explain why when I get to that part of it. Way back, they used to have these fence sitters like that out of wood when wooden folk art was a big, big thing. So they had bears and all kinds of things. And that's kind of what led me to think, oh, a ghost would be really cool. Okay, so there's my template. I've got my thread here because I put whiskers on. So that's not too bad. Got a bit of a flat side on his face. That's okay. So then what I do is I put them so that they match. And then I take a board. I've got, fence boards that I made up way back on paint chips. I did a bunch of fence boards, and I did do some fences. I mean, I can always cut that down and use one of these fences that is already made. So anyway, you kind of decide where you want him hanging on the page. I wanted his full head, so then I know I want to just glue the tops of the paws and his head. Right? So take that one off and do it so that it's here. You just mark where you want the glue to be. So you're gluing from that mark up to the top, right? So that's what's going to hang over the page. I guess you don't even need a fence, really. No, you wouldn't need a fence. We'll see. We'll try it. We will try it. Glue. And if you're a little bit over the line, you're a little bit over the line. It's not... I seriously, I fly by the seat of my pants. I have an idea in my head, and I just kind of make it work, right? Okay, so you want to make sure that the tails and stuff are kind of lined up. And you just press them down good. Then you decide which one is the back and which is the front. Kind of like that. That would be hanging down the back of the page. will decide. Come on. This side as the back or this side as the back? A or B? A is the back? Okay. So what I didn't do last time was I didn't ink it before I put it together. And then I had to ink it after I put it all together with the boards and stuff. So let's just do that now. I learned from my mistake. Go me. And the crowd goes wild. I guess I should have the back facing when I'm doing this to make sure, because if you get a little bit of black on the front, chances are the fence is going to cover it up. I had to calicoize that cat because I had black lines all over his legs and things. So now I'm not too worried about doing the tops of the paws, and I'll explain that in a moment. Because when you've got him hanging over the fence, you just want like the tips of his paws hanging over. So his legs are cut a little bit long so that I've got room to play. Okay, so this is the back of our cat. Let's flip him over. And I'm going to do the face now because I did the face last time and I had to wait for paint to dry. So I need some white for the eyes and black and blue, and I need some thread for his whiskers, which are going to be big whiskers. Cat's going to have a Fu Manchu mustache, guys. He's going to have big whiskers. I have glue. Let's do just a dot of glue in the middle of his face. And we'll stick his whiskers down. So I just took regular white sewing thread. This is a Gutermann thread, something, you know. Oh, whiskers, stay where you are. I'm just going to put them like this for now so that they're out of my way. I punched out little pink dots so that I could have noses, but I don't like them round, so we're going to fold it in half and just take off the top a little bit, almost like a heart. Can you see that? I know I work very small. And then I'm just going to stick that on top of his whiskers. It's kind of like little heart shape. I should put my glasses on because I really can't see what I'm doing here. There we go. Yeah, whiskers are not under the nose because there. Nope. Stick down. Stick down. There we go. There we go. So he's got a big nose and really, 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 really long whiskers. Can always trim the whiskers after. We'll see. We will see. So then I used the base of a brush and I did the whites of the eyes. Then I did the base of a smaller brush and I did the blue in the eyes. Guess I need to let that dry just a little bit. Now I'll let that dry, and I will start working on the fence. So I've got these boards for the fence. They're all different colors because I've used up the other ones I had made. Oh, there's another one over here. There's still one in the envelope. Get the fence. What are you? Another piece of fence. Okay. When I did the ghost, I used brown cardstock. I've got some brown cardstock. It's really a heavyweight cardstock. So I just doodled fence board things, cut them out, and doodled them. But I'm out of that stash and I need to make more. So we need a board that's going to go across. Don't want it too long. I've decided I didn't like how big this other one was and I tore it down. So I think that's about the length I want. Let's see. Let's try and use different colors so that I can just use this stuff up. That will work. That will work. So then I'm just going to make sure I've got them all inked and glue them together like a little fence. So what are you guys working on lately? I saw your Rorschach test last night, Beth. That was really cute. Your Dalmatian and clown and fish and teacher. Can't remember the last one. All right. Are all your ends done? Okay. So I like the long ones going across. So we're going to take this cat and I'm going to put a piece of plasticky something so that it doesn't stick together. I have some right here. I have a piece of parchment paper. I'm just going to stick it between the cat sides so that the boards... Oh, look, see? It's come apart. I'm going to have trouble with that for sure. So, cross collage book. Nice, Joni. And then you put your finger in the eyeball because you didn't let the paint dry. But we got to get this stuck down really good. This whole piece of cat's coming apart here. Don't like that. Can't be coming apart because you will just get really stuck on going over the page. What are you using for the crosses, Joni? Are you just using paper? Are you using something bit different? See, and I didn't go around black over there. Okay, so we'll move the whiskers out of the way and we'll start putting these boards down. So this one, I want to go here. Nice. Yeah, gel print scraps. Have I got gel print scraps? I get ya. And even though it's like this, where his paws are so big, I'm going to come back with just rounded pieces, and then I'm going to cut these down so it looks like his paws are just over the edge. Yeah, they really do multiply, Joni. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Guess I didn't need quite that much glue. And I kind of like making them wonky too, so that it's not a straight fence. There's always a little bit of character to it. I'm going to do this one over here so that maybe it'll be easier to get it between if it's like held down that little bit. And then we'll put one over here. And this one. Okay, so that's almost the way the front's going to be. Just needs a little bit of touch up here and there. And the paws done, eyes drawn properly. And that will be the back. And see, he's falling apart too. I have to go back in and glue that and ink it because I didn't ink this entire leg and it's coming apart. But you definitely need either cardstock or a double paper so that it goes over the page. You want a bit of stability to it. Okay, so let's start by making the paws that are coming over the top here. Just kind of want nice little rounded almost like little ovals. We'll ink them first. That one doesn't have any paint on it. Huh. Okay, so we'll get another one. Oh, nice, Joni. Like a flip through. Nope, those paws aren't the same size. That's okay. Totally okay. So then you're just going to take them and you are going to glue them down over the fence. Oh, I've got dirty fingers. Oh no, it's okay. I can fix that. We will fix that. Okay. Joni will be doing a flip through when she's done. That'll be nice. And we're going to do this one the same way. A little bit over the edge of the... So you can see that we've got, in the camera, Kim, we've got big, long paws. We're just going to trim that down. You don't necessarily have to have it right against that paw because, there's a bend in the paw, in the leg, around. Or you can get it like right against. It's up to you how you want it. So I'm just cutting very close to it, but not necessarily on it. Okay, so then again, now we're going to go back with the black marker. And we're going to finish off those top legs. Oh, I've got blue paint on the whiskers. Oh, well. Oh, this is just so coming apart. And where did I say I didn't have any? Along here. And along there. And I have to come back in and glue this cat together. I used glue stick for this, and it just didn't hold. I used this Amazon Basics, and it just totally came apart. Didn't hold at all, which is weird because it has held for other things in the past. All right. So now he's got his little paws going over the front. We're just going to take a black pen and draw the little paw mark things like this. And we're just going to see if that paint's dry. Let's take a rag and make sure. Yep. So now I'm just going to take a black pen, go around his eyes, give him a little bit of eyelashes if you want, go around his nose. Around the blue of the eye, give him a pupil. A little bit of marking on the ears, some tufty hairs there too. You could do like a scribbly around the edge of this cat so that it looks like he's got hair. It's not smooth. I didn't do that on the other one, but you'll see what I mean. On the camera. Jeez, what's the matter with you? So he's got these big Fu Manchu whiskers. I think I'm going to cut them down because they will get in the way of when he's being used as a bookmark. Of course, you can do what you will with them. I'm just going to cut these ones really short because they're blue. Oh, I guess he needs a mouth too, right? Like, let's do the little mouth thing. I didn't do that on my other one either. Where did he go? Let's do that. That's better. That's better. Okay, so I would consider this baby done. We'll show him on a piece of paper. There's the front. And there's the back. And of course, you can come in and do some, definition of the joints and creases and cracks and crevices. You know what I mean. But that's how I make my over the fence bookmarks. So now I've got a couple of cats. I've got 2 journals. There's going to be one for each journal. And of course, you can use any kind of gel print or painty paper you want. You could use print. Print would be very cute too. And this one I did so that he's got like a little paw on the fence board as well. So I will outline this in black and I will take a picture of it. And I can either, well, Sherry, I can send it to you in Messenger if you want. Or I will just put it on the Meet Your Creativity page. You can just go in and snag it. Or you can just Google climbing cat silhouettes. And that's kind of all I have for today, guys. This guy has really nice big whiskers. I didn't get paint on his whiskers. And of course, they'd look really cute with green eyes, but I didn't have any green paint and I already had to run and get something else. So, totally different. So, on that note, it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you very, very much for coming and playing with me today. I hope that I inspired you to try something different. And as I say, I will make sure that that cat outline is, go through kids' comic books too. I'm sure you can find something that you could put under a fence. So, thanks very much for being here. I really appreciate you guys coming. And Pam and I are doing a crochet thing tomorrow morning. Okay, I'll send it to you in Messenger. Pam's working on a pair of slippers and needs a hand. So 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, my channel, Pam and I are going to be on doing some crocheting. Other than that, have a marvelous weekend and see you guys soon. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.